Former Laker Lonzo, ball for three.
Oh, bang, bang, bang.
Good start from distance.
The topic of the Bulls and Lonzo Ball came up earlier this week on First Take, and today I want to give my thoughts on the comments made by Stephen A. Smith on Lonzo Ball and an analysis on what the Bulls are doing. Now, Lonzo ended up responding to Stephen A., and in case you missed it, here's their exchange.
Stephen A., what is your reaction?
I am not a doctor. I'm incredibly sad for Lonzo. I knew that he wasn't the Aaron Fox. It's the only fight that Magic Johnson and I ever got into because I begged him to draft the Aaron Fox because I saw what the Aaron Fox did to him in the NCAA tournament when he dropped 38 on him and stuff like that. But Lonzo has proven to be a really good NBA player, somebody who can run the point, plays both sides of the ball, can run an offense. And it's really sad what happened to him. Those are doctors. Something went wrong in terms of these procedures that he has had. I don't think he'll ever be the same based off of what we're seeing and hearing and reading about. I've heard that it's even hard for him to get up from the sitting position, sitting position.
Hey, who are your sources, bro? Please tell me who your sources are. Come on, man. You gotta stop yapping. And I actually like you, man. I don't even know you like that, but I like you. I'm coming back, man. Come on.
Why are you making a video with your niece? Now, if I couldn't go off camera, if I didn't want to go off camera because of the lighting in my studio here, do y'all know I can get up and sit down, get up and sit down, and get up and sit down all night long? Does that mean that I can run the hell up and down the damn court 94 feet for 30, 35 minutes a night? Sitting poolside on a bench, getting up on one knee, you think that shows that you're healthy? You gonna call me yapping when I have all of this information in front of me? Would you like me to tell where you had surgery and exactly what date you had surgery on? Would you like me to get the names of the doctors? I do have them. I know the actual doctors that operated on you. The actual locations. Of course, I wouldn't do something like that to you, bro. I would never do something like that. That's none of my business. That's none of anybody's business. I'm just making the point. Come on, bro. By the way, in June, the Bulls officially announced that you would be out for an indefinite period of time. And speculation is that you were going to miss the whole season. And even though you're coming back, at the very least, it isn't expected that you'll be available to play until January of 2024. So you missed 42 games 2 seasons ago. You missed the entire season last season. You're scheduled to miss this season up until January upcoming. And you gonna sit poolside and ask why I'm yapping and who are my sources just because you bouncing up and down on one knee? Really? Really? I'm gonna be nice, because I got love for you, bro. And I want you to get back healthy. But it's not a crime to say that people have been concerned about your knees. You know I don't make it up. If I said it, somebody close to you told me. Maybe they're wrong. But that's the concern about you. That's the reality.
So personally, I don't think I have ever seen Lonzo Ball this fired up, which is great to see, first and foremost. The fact that he literally responded to Stephen A. from a chair is absolutely hilarious, but clearly Stephen A. was embellishing a bit for the theatrics when he said that he heard Lonzo could barely stand up. Now, we know Stephen A. does have more than credible sources, but at the same time, I don't think that anyone can really timetable or pinpoint the progression of Lonzo's rehab except Lonzo Ball himself. Now, Stephen A. does have a point when mentioning the injuries and games Lonzo Ball has missed over the last 2 seasons and this season to come, presumably. Lonzo has almost missed more time than he's played, and this ultimately is just unfortunate because nobody wants to see a professional athlete plagued with injuries, and obviously it has to be the most frustrating for Lonzo. When he was first traded from the Pelicans to the Bulls in 2021, Lonzo had a solid start, and the Bulls started off as a top 3 seed in the East up until Lonzo got hurt and was sidelined for surgery later in 2022. Ultimately, the Bulls ended up falling to the 6th seed, and considering that they were a top 3 seed prior to Lonzo going down, I really think that they would have had a stronger finish that year and would have avoided playing the Bucks in the first round. All in all, it's exciting to know that Lonzo will come back eventually and play at some point, because when you talk about Chicago, there isn't much else to be excited for moving forward until we see that they're ready to flip Zach LaVine or maybe press the reset button on this thing entirely. The Bulls have been limited in moves they can make after signing DeRozan and acquiring Vooch. But looking at this year, the only offseason acquisition that they've made, really, is signing Torrey Craig and drafting a small forward out of Tennessee at the last minute. Unless they are in wait-and-see mode or surveying the landscape for big superstar trades to come, you have to question from a front office perspective, what are the Chicago Bulls doing exactly? What is their true agenda? They just missed the AC last year in a close play-in tournament game versus the Heat. They dropped to the 6th seed the year prior and lost in the first round of the playoffs to the Bucks. And 2 years ago, they were the 11th seed, and Levine was basically in no man's land with Vucevic and a young Patrick Williams. Now, I give the Bulls credit for trying to assemble a big three, honestly, but considering where they stand today and how they stack up against the rest of the league, or even teams in the middle of the pack, I can't say I see a clear direction for them. The core that they have of Lonzo Ball, Vucevic, Levine, and DeMar is nice, but let's be honest. None of them add superstar value at any level, let alone playoff level, and half of them are already well over 30 or injury-prone players. When Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine were healthy at the same time, back when Lonzo first arrived, the Bulls were clicking offensively on all cylinders as a 3 seed, and Lonzo's return this year should definitely boost the Bulls' offense overall. Still, I don't think Lonzo's adding 10 or more wins or elevating the Bulls to the level of top competition in the East, or even teams that are in the middle of the pack or not quite true contenders yet, like the Knicks. Regardless, it's clear that the Bulls have a ceiling, but I don't think we can clearly determine just how high that ceiling is until Lonzo is back to facilitate the offense. We don't know when he's coming back exactly, but we do know he'll probably take some time to fully get back into a rhythm, but either way, it'll be interesting to see what the Bulls do. With that being said, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll end this video with a few questions. Am I tripping on not seeing what the Bulls are doing? Do you think Lonzo will come back sooner than Stephen A is implicating? Or will the Bulls hit the reset button on this whole thing entirely and make a big trade soon? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and have a great day.
And Lonzo balls on fire.
Give me the hot sauce.